What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Transfer Tuesdays. Apologies for last week missing out, but there's just been tons of football and I've been doing a lot of stuff, but we're back. And first up this week, tribal football. Guendouzi, the former Arsenal man, Dortmund and Marseille are interested in him. I think he's on loan at someone like Hertha Berlin or somewhere, wasn't he, this year? Can't remember the team exactly, but possibly could suit Dortmund's style out of the two a bit more than Marseille, but yeah, I think it's a little bit of a big team for him. Even though I liked him, I think Dortmund's a little bit above what he is, but Dortmund and Marseille interested in him. Next up, we got from AFP, Tomori, the former Chelsea man now. AC Milan was on loan there last year, and he's agreed a 4-year contract till 2025. Tomori, so he done fantastically. I know a lot of people were upset he didn't go to the Euros with England, but he has just signed a 4-year contract with AC Milan, so a good move for Tomori. Next up from iFootball, Lokonga, never heard of the guy, but he plays for Anderlecht. Arsenal have agreed personal terms, initially offered 13 million, which was rejected, and put a revised bid back in, 17 million expected. So they haven't put it in yet, but that's what it's expected to go back as a revised offer. But Lokonga, but I've never heard of him, so can't really go into depth on that one. But Arsenal are interested in him. Next up, another one from AFP. Ashley Young has returned to Aston Villa on a 1-year contract. Just won the Italian league with Inter Milan. I'm surprised that he's come back, to be honest, because he's just won a title in Italy, and I thought he would stay as long as he could there because he's getting Champions League football. He might not always start, but he's probably going to likely be involved in a lot of the games. But he's returned to Villa, so it'd be good to see him back. Bit of an underrated player, I think. Next up from Sportsmole, Maitland-Niles is wanted by Southampton and Watford. I think he would suit Watford more out of the two. I'm not a massive fan of him, but them two teams he probably could improve. He's coming from a bigger team in Arsenal, and I don't think he's the worst player I've seen. You can definitely tell he's got quality about him at times. So I do think that he would improve them teams, but out of the two, I think he would suit Watford more. But they're fighting it out for him. Next up from Football Talk, Erling Haaland has agreed personal terms with Chelsea. Dortmund want at least 150 million in cash. I mean, they're trying to get him, and I don't know if they're going to pay 150 for him, though. That's the only thing. I think that they could, and they could get it done, but I don't know whether they want to or not. So that'd be interesting to see, because they've agreed personal terms already. It's just now, are they going to throw the money at them for 150 million? It's a lot of money. But he's still young, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do, but it's just the figure itself has got me questioning it a little bit, whether they're going to pay that. Next up, also, they're trying to tie this deal in with that one as well. Hakimi from Inter Milan, they're trying to get on a swap deal for Alonso plus cash. Chelsea have already offered 52 million plus Alonso to get Hakimi. Hakimi has had 7 goals and 11 assists in the Serie A last year after they won the title. Quality player, Hakimi. I watched him for Dortmund years back. Not seen him for Inter last year, but from what I've seen of him at Dortmund, quality player. If Chelsea could get him, it's another fantastic purchase for them, and I think he would settle in very quickly. So they're trying to get that done with the Erling Haaland deal as a double deal. Next up from AFP, Gianluigi Buffon, the legend, has returned to Parma on a contract until 2023. Was there in the 90s, obviously, one of his first teams, and I think it's a great move for him. Probably he's going to retire there now, and just a legend in the game, Buffon. He's still going, and he's in his 40s, so I'm glad that he's gone back to Parma. He's obviously got fond memories and played for them in the 90s, as I said, so great move. I was happy when I read that. His return to Parma and a contract till 2023. Another one for AFP, Memphis Depay has obviously moved to Barcelona on a free transfer. He's having a good tournament in Euros currently, and I think that's look, it's hard to say with him because we had him at Manchester United, and he wasn't the worst signing we had, but he definitely wasn't the best. And I think he did underperform for the player that he's capable of being and showing at the Euros currently. And for Barcelona to get him on a free, I think is a bargain, especially if he turns out good for them. So Memphis Depay to Barcelona. And then last one this week is from Football Talk, and it's Marlon from PSV, currently playing for Holland as well in the Euros. Liverpool interested in him, but they're going to have to put up around a 25.7 million figure to get him. He's got 19 goals and 8 assists last year in the Eredivisie in 32 appearances. And from what I've seen of him, I've heard of him more from FIFA and stuff, to be honest, but I've seen him recently in the Euros. He looks pretty good. Looks like he's got a lot of potential. He's still young. Not sure how old he is exactly, but I know he's young. And Liverpool looking to bolster their squad, trying to bring him in. So just over 25.5 mil for him. I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool get him. They're very productive with their transfers, so I think I could see that happening. I think it'll be a good purchase for them. So that is it for this week's football transfers, guys. Transfer Tuesdays. I'll be back next week with more transfer news and gossip. And yeah, enjoy the Euros. England tonight. I'm not feeling too optimistic about it. I'm not excited tonight. But if they prove me wrong and get a win, I'll be satisfied until the next game, until it's knockout time, because we've already qualified. So tonight's a little bit of a, it's not a knockout game. So even if we win, I'm like, you still got to prove it in a knockout game. But look, England tonight, and hopefully we get the win and we progress and we get another win in the first knockout game. So I'll catch you next week, guys.